Hello, Sociology 1301. This is Dr. Ramirez, your professor for the semester. And I just wanted to do a quick overview and walk you through and point out a couple of things on Blackboard that you'll need to refer to. So, hope everyone's doing well and staying safe and making it through everything that's going on these days. So, I wanted to start by reminding you that our class is what we call asynchronous, just meaning that it's self-paced and there's not going to be any required times that you'll have to log on to Blackboard for WebEx or any online lectures or anything like that. And that's really how all of your classes should be right now. But we'll talk about that later on. So there's a couple of things I wanted to point out to you. So when you log on to Blackboard, in this panel here, the first thing that I will want you to review is the syllabus. So you'll click on that item right there and it'll open it in a new window right here. And that's the syllabus for the class, and you'll find, of course, the information for the book and all the assignments and the points and grade distribution, as well as all the assignments that are going to be due by those particular dates. Everything's always going to be due at 11:59 p.m., so just be aware of that. And I always release everything, like for instance, everything for Unit 1. All of these assignments are going to be released immediately. So you can definitely work ahead, and you should work ahead just so that you aren't doing things at the last minute. And everything in Unit 1 is going to be open and available except for the exam. And I'll talk about that later on. But just be aware of that and just know that, there's pretty much one assignment every day. I would just ask you and remind you to be on task with that. And I'll quickly tell you about this. One of the recurring assignments is this inquisitive, which is kind of an online quiz. It's better, of course, if you read before you do this because you'll be able to work through it quicker and earn more points quicker and just complete it in less time. But you'll do one of these inquisitives for each chapter. There's also these data workshop assignments, and I'll give you more information about this as the time comes. But I believe there's 6 of these options in total. And of these 6, you'll need to do any 4 of them, only 4 of them. So, there is some leeway built in there in terms of which ones you can choose and which ones you can select. You only need to do 4 of them, so be aware of that. And these do require some good prep work. So, the 4 that you decide to do, make sure that you start them well ahead of time because you typically have to collect some data, do some analysis, and then write up these responses. And then there will be 3 discussion forums, and there'll be 1 for each unit. Each of those will be worth 50 points. And they're pretty open-ended questions just about content from chapters that are covered in each of those units. And of course, we'll have exams, 1 exam for each unit, multiple choice, 50 questions in total, open book. So, just be aware of that. There's a 100-minute time limit. So if you're not prepared, you probably won't have enough time to complete that exam and those 50 questions. But it's open book, so read, prep, study beforehand, and you should do really well. So in any case, that's the syllabus, just a quick overview. Look at everything in much more detail, of course, once you do have access to Blackboard here. And then the other thing that I would direct you to is this Getting Started, How to Purchase tab right here, because this is going to show you how to buy the book. Well, if you have the physical book, then you have it, but how to get access to Inquisitive, which is all the online content that you'll need for this class. If you have a brand new book, it comes with the access card, the access code, and that's for Inquisitive, so you'll be good with that. If you have a used book, or if you got an old book from a friend or whatever, you'll need to buy the access to the Inquisitive, which is $20 for the semester. So, it should be doable. And then the other thing I'll remind you of is that if you're waiting on, your paycheck or student loans or something like that, there's a trial that you can sign up for. and it'll give you 21 days. So that'll give you a good 3 weeks of access to everything before you can actually buy the book and the access to Inquisitive yourself. So in any case, to register, it's pretty easy. Just watch this video right here, click it, and then this item will pop up here. I won't press play on it, but it's a short 3-minute video that'll walk you through how to register for Inquisitive. Do make sure you watch that. Right here is our real world, which is our textbook, real world resources. And there's going to be a link to the book right here. Once you have access to the book, you'll just click on that, and right here it will log you in. So you'll have access to everything right there. I would really encourage y'all to get the ebook if you can, just because it's easier, it's cheaper. It's $40 for the ebook and the Inquisitive and the data workshops, which you'll need, like I was telling you. But again, if you already have a used copy of the book, you can just get the access to the Inquisitive by selecting this option right here, the $20 option right there. So do make sure that you log in once you're in BlackBoard, and you set up your account once you're in BlackBoard. That way it'll be easily and directly linked to our class, and it'll make everyone's life a lot more easy. So explore BlackBoard. The other important section of BlackBoard that you'll always go to is this course content section, this tab right here. And right there is where all of the material, all of the assignments are loaded. They're ready for you. I've already prepped everything, and they're organized by chapter. So almost everything is already available, like I said, except for the exams, because you're just going to have a shortened period of time or shortened timeline to complete those exams. But everything else is already there, and it's organized by chapter. So you click on chapter 1, you'll see the tasks, and then you'll see the access or the link to Inquisitive for chapter 1. And same thing for chapter 2. I just have it organized. Sometimes for some chapters you'll just have the Inquisitive, and that's the only assignment for that chapter. And then for others, like for instance chapter 3, you have the Inquisitive, and then that's your first option for the data workshop. So that's, like I was telling you earlier, there's 6 of these total, and that can be one of the 4 that you choose starting in chapter 3. And then the links to the discussion forum is right there. So just, kind of explore this through on your own. I would absolutely encourage you to click on this and to review this, the how to use Inquisitive template in course content. And this will just be like a practice run through of what Inquisitive will be like. So do that. It's a good practice. It's easy to go through that one. And then the last thing that you'll be required to do and responsible for right off the bat is, if I go back to the syllabus right here, you'll see that your first task is to post a introduction on our discussion board. So do make sure that you do that immediately, as soon as you can. I'll just tell you right now, I'm going to extend some of the deadlines for this week, just because it's the first week. I know you're getting used to everything, but try to stay on track, since we are starting off, and you want to start off on track as much as you can. But just as a little FYI, I'm going to give you an extra day for most of the assignments this week. And in any case, like I was saying, your first assignment is to just introduce yourself to the class. Go to discussion forum, and then you'll see introductions to class right there. Click on that one, and you'll see this this starter feed, or the starter post, where I'm just asking you a couple of questions, and just like I said, just introduce yourself to everyone in class. I already posted my little summary and introduction about an hour ago, and do post a picture, include a picture of yourself too, because it's always easier for me to put a name to a face, and we'll of course never physically see each other, but that'll be one way that I'll start to get to know you. So Kind of a lot for you to explore at the start of class, but just kind of work your way through everything. I'll be sending you messages almost every day this first week, and then regularly throughout the semester. And I'll have online office hours, and I'll try to be as readily acceptable or as available as I can be. And reach out if you have questions, and just be on the lookout for other announcements and messages that I send you. And I will talk to y'all later.